fellow Bernie crats. What's going on? Smoking a Backwood. Waking and baking, smoking a Backwood. But my thoughts on the Democratic debate, I thought Bernie Sanders won the debate. And it's going to get to the point to where he wins debates by default, basically, because all he has to do is come out and state his actual policy positions, and he's going to prevail every single time because everyone else up there is talking about bullshit and stuff that doesn't really matter or things that can't possibly get done. So, or they're trying to push pragmatic solutions and things of that nature, basically. And Bernie is the front runner. That's why he's in the middle of the debates now, in the middle of the stage, kind of like how Biden was, but only difference is Bernie is actually winning now, so that's why he's in the middle of the debate stage, so he's earning his right to be there. But Bernie's gonna beat Joe in South Carolina because Joe has a lead in South Carolina in terms of polling. And those poll numbers are within the margin of error because he only has about a 3-point lead there. And take into note, remember, the people who are polled the most are the people who support Joe Biden the most. And they're basically Biden people. And the fact that Bernie's that close to him in polling, that should scare the Biden campaign and the Biden camp. But let them tell it. They're gonna win South Carolina. That's what he said during the debate. He said they're gonna win South Carolina and they're gonna win it handily. And this is now his third attempt at the run for the presidency, and we have yet to see him win a contest yet. Like I said, his political career was saved by the Obamas, literally. And then you have Pete Buttigieg on the stage at the Democratic debate in South Carolina, virtually interrupting Bernie Sanders every single time, trying to speak over him, basically trying to push his narrative that he's the better candidate just because he can speak better. And that's not even relatively true itself, but let Pete Buttigieg tell it that's why he should be the president, because he can speak better and he believes in calmness and he believes in pragmatic solutions that puts him right in the middle of the electorate. That's just not true. He's being bought by people in wine caves, rich people, people with billions of dollars who just want to see their corrupt system stay the same. That's who Pete Buttigieg is. And on top of that, he's a racist. Bernie won Nevada by 4K. He won New Hampshire by close to 4K. He won Iowa handingly, close to 3K. I mean, the progressive base has already coalesced around Bernie Sanders, and this is just a phenomenon that the establishment media, the media industrial complex, the Democratic industrial complex, the Democratic machine, and other candidates like Joe, Elizabeth, Pete, you all have to understand and accept. Your people who are buying your campaigns, ultimately the wealthy, aren't going to be able to save you. Even Bloomberg and his money can't save himself. And he has too many skeletons. He would be crucified if he went against Donald Trump in a general election because he has too many skeletons in terms of stop and frisk and other racist policies that he implemented, including Pete Buttigieg himself. So you have two racist mayors running for the presidency, along with this progressive champion, along with a fake progressive champion right next to him, Elizabeth Warren, who I'm not gonna say a fake progressive champion, but she started out as that at first, supporting his same policies that he is still standing strong by. She started off that way, but then she drifted away because the Obama camp started to insert their syllogism upon her campaign, and it is showing. It is showing drastically because she's failing miserably. Because the progressive base is coalesced around Bernie Sanders. That's why he keeps winning these contests by considerable margins and comfortable margins. I'm merely just a prophet. I'm just telling what's the inevitable. Bernie's gonna win South Carolina. It's going to be a shock to the establishment media and to Joe Biden's camp himself. And the only way that Joe can possibly even continue is if he wins South Carolina. But if he wins by any type of margin, he's going to call it a blowout victory because he has to call it that in order to move on and head steady strong heading into Super Tuesday. Which, by the way, Bernie is going to dominate, hands down. He has a lead in California. He has a lead in Texas. He has virtually a lead in every single state, except for the states that are probably extremely farther out. Bernie has a lead in all the states, literally. After he wins California and Texas, that's it. That's a wrap. It's over. It's a done deal. Bernie will have the nomination. The math is heavily in his favor right now as we already speak. But when he wins Texas and California, those two states alone, my home state alone, on Super Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, he's going to obliterate the establishment and they will have to move out the way because the people will have spoken at that point. Other states are going to back this notion up, but I'm just saying in terms of a delegate count, what they like to go by, these are delegate rich states, which are going to put Bernie Sanders in a great position. So And Bloomberg, he doesn't actually understand what he's doing. He's going to pave the way for a Sanders candidacy because once he enters this race, he's just going to take away from the establishment vote. He's going to take away from Pete. He's going to take away from Joe. He's going to divide their vote up by 3 or 4 because of Elizabeth as well. So he's literally about to fuck them all. And he's just going to let Bernie get the nomination. That's what's about to happen. And the thing is, Bernie didn't even need it. That's the biggest, funniest part about this whole entire ordeal. He didn't even need it. And once more again, keep in note and remember, once we're at Super Tuesday, because Bernie is already performing well in the polls and it's just around the corner, like I keep saying, his actual base of support isn't even the main frame of the actual polling that's being done. So therefore, you can't really account for the type of margin that he's going to have in terms of his victories. So, but I'm accounting for it because I'm just looking at it from that viewpoint and from that aspect. So if you look at it from that viewpoint, not only will he win South Carolina, but it's going to be a massacre on Super Tuesday. So I'm just telling everyone, get ready for a Bernie phenomenon, basically, because this is what we're on the cusp of seeing and happening. And this is why Bernie's being attacked the most, which is why when he was on the debate stage, he was the one most attacked because he's the front runner and he's in the middle and everyone's attacking him. That's why all he can do is just smile and reiterate his positions over and over and over again. That might get repetitive sounding in a roundabout way, but it's going to drive home the progressive vote because he truly means what he says, and he says it every single time. Therefore, that's why we will never abandon him. Bernie Sanders is truly the only way. There's no other way around this election. He's the only way that we're actually going to get revolutionary change in this country. He's going to truly change everything that we know about federal offices in terms of campaign financing, in terms of redistribution of wealth, in terms of health care for everybody, changing the criminal justice system, legalizing cannabis day one. Sanders wants to do that. He is going around the country saying he wants to sign an executive order. He even said it last night in his debate. On day one, he's going to sign an executive order, kind of like how Trump was doing on his first day, just doing shit, basically just for the hell of it, and doing a lot of Obama shit and doing executive orders to do shit. That's what Bernie Sanders is going to do on day one. He's going to sit in a chair after he's inaugurated into the presidency, and he's going to sign cannabis into law, making it legal in every single state. That's what Bernie Sanders is all about. So everyone who hasn't coalesced him already yet, coalesce around the godfather of democratic socialism and progressive politics. Coalesce around him because he's truly going to change your life, and he's going to change your life for the better. Bernie 2020.